Hello students and welcome to this video lecture series on chapter cams. In today's lecture we are going to see the construction of cam profile with the roller follower and simple harmonic motion. In previous two problems we have seen the construction of cam profile with the knife edge follower having two different velocities. Firstly we have seen the problem with the knife edge follower and uniform velocity motion. Secondly we have seen the problem with the knife edge follower and simple harmonic motion. So if you have not seen these two problems, please check the description box for the links of these two videos. After looking to these two videos, you will get how to draw the displacement diagram for simple harmonic motion, which will be helpful in this problem also. So let us start this problem. Question given is a cam with the minimum radius of 25 mm. That means the radius of base circle is given, that we will represent in the given data as capital R is equal to 25 mm, rotating clockwise at a uniform speed. Now here the rotation of the cam is given in clockwise direction. If these rotations are not given in the problem, we are assuming this rotation of cam as a clockwise direction only. At a uniform speed is to be designed to give a roller follower at the end of a wall rod, motion described given below. Now there are the four motions given for that follower as to raise the wall through the 50 mm during 120-degree rotation of the cam. That means maximum displacement or lift of that follower is given as 50 mm. This we are representing by capital S. S is equal to 50 mm is equal to 0.05 meter. We will write it in the given data. During 120-degree rotation of the cam, that means theta O, that is nothing but a outstroke cam rotation is given, is equal to 120 degree. Next, secondly, to keep the wall fully raised through the next 30 degree, that means dwell period for the first time is given as a 30 degree here. Next, to lower the wall during next 60 degree, that means theta, that is rotation of cam during the return stroke, is given theta R is equal to 60 degree. Next, to keep the wall closed during rest of the revolution, that is 150 degree. That means dwell period second timely given as 150 degree. During these two dwell periods, we have to keep the displacement of the follower equal to 0 or equal to same position. Next, the diameter of the roller is 20 mm. That means capital R roller is equal to 10 mm. That we will write in the given data. So the diameter of roller is 20, that means the radius of roller will be 10 mm, and the diameter of the camshaft is 25 mm. Diameter of the camshaft is given as a 25 mm. Full stop. Draw the cam profile when first the line of stroke of the wall passes through the axis of camshaft, and second the line of stroke of the wall is offset 15 mm from the axis of camshaft. That means we have to draw here the cam profile with the follower axis passing through the axis of cam, and secondly we have to draw the cam profile with the follower axis offset from the cam axis by 15 mm. Next, one more thing is given. The displacement of the wall while being raised and lowered is to take place with a simple harmonic motion. So in every problem, two things are important: which type of follower is given. Here roller follower is given, and second thing important is which type of motion to the follower is given. So here the simple harmonic motion is given here, so underline these two things. Next, determine the maximum acceleration of the wall when the camshaft rotates at 100 rpm. That means speed of the camshaft is given, that will write in the given data as capital N. Draw the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram for the one complete rotation of the cam. So we have to also draw here the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram for that complete one rotation of the cam. After writing given data, we'll first start with the drawing of the displacement diagram. So our first step is to consider one of the scale so that we can draw the angular displacement of the cam on x-axis. So draw the horizontal line AX equal to 360 degree with the suitable scale. Now we have taken on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 20 degree. That means AX line will become a 18 centimeter. So AX line we have drawn 18 centimeter first. On that line, mark AS distance is equal to 120 degree. With the help of scale, that will become a 6 centimeter. Therefore AX AS will be the distance 6 centimeter to represent the outstroke, and distance ST is equal to 30 degree to represent the dwell. With the help of scale, it will become a 1.5 centimeter. Therefore, distance ST will be 1.5 centimeter. Next, TP is equal to 60 degree to represent the return stroke. That means this distance TP with the help of scale will become a 3 centimeter. And PX distance is 150 degree to represent the dwell. That 150 degree divided by 20 will become a 7.5 centimeter. That will be the PS distance. Now draw a vertical line AY equal to 50 mm to represent the cam lift or stroke of the follower. Now on y-axis we have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm as a scale. Therefore, AY distance will be the lift of follower and it is equal to 5 centimeter. And complete the rectangle as shown in the figure. This is our first step in which we are drawing the on x-axis angular displacement of the cap, and on y-axis we are drawing the lift or stroke of the follower. Second step is to divide this angular displacement during outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts. So you can divide this outstroke and return stroke angular displacement into 8 equal parts or 4 equal parts. Also in this problem we will divide this into 6 equal parts. Now that AS distance we know that it is a 6 centimeter. Therefore, to divide this AS distance into 6 equal parts, we will divide of each line, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a 1 centimeter spaced away from each other. So AS distance we have divided into 6 equal parts. Similarly, TP distance also you have to divide into 6 equal parts. That TP distance is 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter can be divided into 6 equal parts by dividing each line into 0.5 centimeter distance, and give the names to that lines as a 0 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash for the for the return stroke. Like that, in second step we have divided these two into 6 equal parts. Now next step, third step is, now since the follower moves with a simple harmonic motion, therefore we are drawing a semicircle with the diameter AY at one of the end. So this procedure for simple harmonic motion, how to draw the displacement diagram, that we have seen in the last problem also. In this problem also we will repeat the same procedure. Here for simple harmonic motion, if the motion is there to follower, we have to draw the semicircle at the left end of that velocity diagram with the diameter equal to stroke of the follower. Next step, that is fourth step, is to divide this semicircle into 6 equal parts. Now that semicircle means 180 degree angle. That 180 degree angle we have to divide into 6 equal parts, that means 30 degree each. Therefore, that semicircle after dividing, give the names to these points as a, small b, small c, small d and small e. Extend the lines from the center of that semicircle to these points. And next step is, from these points small a, b, c, d, draw the horizontal lines intersecting these vertical lines drawn through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 0 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, so that whenever these horizontal lines and vertical lines intersect with each other, you will get some points, such as if small a line horizontally is intersecting with the one vertical line, then that point I will call it as a capital B. Similarly, when small b horizontal line intersect the vertical second line, they will intersect at capital C point. Similarly, I will mark all the points on these intersecting points horizontally and vertically and given the name as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P. These points I have got whenever these two horizontal and vertical lines are intersected. Next step is to join these points with the smooth curve. This is the required displacement diagram. So that curve starting from capital A point, capital A to capital G to capital H to capital P, and capital P to capital X, that is AGHPX, is our required displacement curve for the simple harmonic motion and roller follower for this problem. So we have drawn the displacement diagram with the help of these 6 steps. Next, first thing, they have asked to draw the cam profile when the axis of follower is passing through the axis of camshaft. So for that purpose, our first step is to draw the base circle with the radius equal to minimum radius of the cam, and minimum radius of the cam given in this problem is 25 mm. Therefore, draw a base circle with the radius 25 mm with the center O. This is the first step. Our second step is to draw a prime circle with the radius equal to the OA. Now, see here, previous two problems we have seen, in those two problems we have only drawn the base circle. On that base circle at the top we have shown the knife edge follower, because in knife edge follower the base circle and prime circle are coinciding to each other, that we have seen during the nomenclature of cam. In that second video of the cam, we have seen the nomenclature of cam. There we have seen the base circle and prime circle are one and the same for the knife edge follower, but for the roller follower, the base circle is the minimum radius of the cam profile, and over that, if you add in that base circle radius the radius of the roller, then this total radius will become the prime circle radius, and with that radius you have to draw here a circle, that OA will be the radius of prime circle. And how you have got that OA radius? Minimum radius of cam plus 1/2 of the diameter of roller. You have got that OA distance equal to 35 mm for this problem, and since the axis of follower is passing through the axis of camshaft, therefore mark that trace point A as shown in that figure. So here A point will be along the axis passing through that O point, because here given as the axis of follower is passing through the axis of shaft. This is the first case for which we have to draw the cam profile. This is the second step in which you have drawn the prime circle and you have shown the trace point A by drawing one small roller. Third step, now from that OA line mark the angles for the outstroke, dwell and return stroke. Outstroke angle is given as 120 degree, therefore AOS angle 120 we have drawn. Why we have drawn that angle in left hand side direction? Because the rotation of the cam given in this problem is clockwise. That's why these angles AOS, that is outstroke angle, we have to show towards the left from that OA line. If the rotation of the cam is in anti-clockwise direction, in that case that AOS, that is outstroke angle, we will show towards the right hand side. So here in this problem that angle is shown in the left hand side direction because cam is rotating in clockwise direction. So next angle SOT, that is the angle during the dwell, that angle you have to show as a 30 degree. Draw exactly these angles, because if these angles are exact then your cam profile will be correct. Next angle is given during the during the return stroke, that is a TOP as a 60 degree. Draw this angle after that. So in third step we have drawn the all angles. Next, divide this angular displacement during the outstroke and return stroke into the same number of even equal parts in the displacement diagram. Now here you have to divide these angles, that is 120 degree and 60 degree, because 120 degree is the angle of outstroke and 60 degree is angle during the return stroke. These two angles you have to divide into 6 equal parts. Now 120 degree, if we divide into 6 equal parts, then each part will be this AO1 will be angle equal to 20 degree. So similarly at 20 degree mark these points at each 20 degree, and then join these O point with these 1 2 3 4 each 20 degree marked point, so that you have divided this 120 degree angle into 6 equal parts. Similarly This 60-degree angle also you can divide into 6 equal parts, because in displacement diagram you have divided this return stroke into 6 equal parts. Here also you have to divide into 6 equal parts. So 60 degree into 6 equal parts, that means from this OT line, draw each line spaced with a 10 degree each. So spaced with 10 degree each, we have drawn these lines. That means we have divided this 60 degree into again 6 equal parts. This is our fourth step, and give the name to these point as 1 2 3 4 5 6 for the outstroke, and 0 dash 1 dash 2 dash 4 dash 5 dash 6 dash for the return stroke. Next step, now whatever you have divided these outstroke and return stroke angle into 6 parts and extended the lines, on these extended lines you have to set out the displacements from the displacement diagram. So in displacement diagram, you know that one thing, that this distance from 1 to B, this distance represents the displacement of cam during the angular displacement of cam. Sorry, this B to 1 distance represents the displacement of follower during the angular displacement of cam, that is 20 degree, because each one division here on this represent the 20 degree cam rotation. Therefore from A to 1, that is 20 degree cam rotation, 20 degree cam rotation. This is the angular displacement of the follower, that is B to 1. Similarly from A to 2, that is for 40 degree of cam rotation, the displacement is C to 2. For third line it is displacement 3 to 4. For fourth line this displacement is E to 4. Similarly all the displacements you can measure with the scale, because these displacements we have to mark now in the cam profile also. So here whatever lines you have extended from these points, from this first point, on this extended line we will draw, or we will mark here the distance B1, so that we will get the B point. We will take this B to 1 distance in compass, we'll mark here B point and draw a dark line. So after that C to 2 distance we'll take in compass and mark here one line. Again D to 3 distance we will take in compass, mark here from 3 to D point. E to 4, mark here a line with the compass from 4 to E. Similarly 5 to F, similarly 6 to G. Like that for the return stroke also you have to take each distance in compass and mark on the extended line. And after marking these, give the names to these point as capital A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N and P. In fifth step you have marked the distances from displacement diagram into extended lines in the cam profile. So this is the fifth step. In sixth step, now whatever for the knife edge follower, immediately we have joined these B, C, D, E, F, G points with the smooth curve, and that will be our cam profile. But in roller follower, that is the difference between these two. Here we have to draw from these points a roller follower here with the radius exactly given in the problem. So radius of the roller given in this problem is, I think, 10 mm. So with the help of this 10 mm, draw the follower at each point here. At each point with that radius, draw the followers, so that you will represent all the followers for these all points. You can draw complete circles, or you can draw such kind of half circles also, no problem. You can draw these half circles also from each point. So after joining these each point or center points of this roller A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H, J, K, L, M, N, P, we will get one curve, and that curve is called as a pitch curve, that we have seen during the nomenclature of cam. After joining these centers of each roller follower, we will get a curve, and that curve is called as a pitch curve. and our cam profile is exactly moving parallel or from the bottom of this pitch curve. So after this sixth step, drawing all the rollers at these points, our next step is to join the bottoms of these rollers with the smooth curve, and that smooth curve will be our cam profile. That smooth curve will be our cam profile. So here you have to join the bottoms of this circle with the smooth curve, and the curve here we have got as A G H P. That means starting from this A to this G, from G to H, from H to this P, and again from P to this A. This total will be our cam profile. This cam profile we have got. This is our answer, and answer of the first question, that is the profile of the cam when the axis of the follower is passing through the camshaft. Here you can observe that axis of the follower is passing through the camshaft. Here camshaft I have not shown, not necessary to show in this problem, because the center of this minimum circle, that is base circle, I have shown by O point. Not necessary to mix the too much things in this diagram. That's why camshaft I have not shown here centrally with the given diameter in this problem. Something diameter is given, not necessary to draw it. So this is the answer of first question. Secondly, we have to draw the cam profile when the axis of follower is offset by 15 mm from the axis of camshaft. So here first step is again as usual to draw the base circle with the minimum radius as a 25 mm given in this problem. And here one more thing extra we have to do, that is we have to draw offset circle of 15 mm with the center, same center O. This same center O, we have to draw the offset circle. How to draw the offset circle? With that center, take the 15 mm radius and draw a circle called as offset circle. So this is the second step. In first step we will draw the base circle, in second step we will draw the offset circle, and in third step whatever the distance from that center O, and we will draw one tangent to that offset circle that will pass through this, or we will draw one vertical line from that offset circle, and this distance will be our offset distance, and that is given as a 15 mm in this problem. If this axis I have draw, along that axis only your roller follower will be there. So that's why it is called as offset. Follower is offset from this camshaft or center of the cam. Now in third step we have to draw the axis of follower at a distance 15 mm from the axis of cam, which intersect at a point, and draw a roller follower of diameter 20 mm above this point. So above this point, whatever this 15 mm distance is cutting to the base circle, from this point above draw one circle with the radius equal to with the diameter equal to 20 mm, and this will be our roller follower, and give the name to that center of the roller follower as A point. This is the third step. Next step, join the AO point, and from that AO mark again now our angles as usual. Angles, that is 120 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree, that is angle during the outstroke, angle during dwell, and angle during return stroke. So in last case we have seen from that AO we have drawn all the angles. Here also from that AO line only we have to draw all these angles, and here one circle we have drawn also here, that is called as a prime circle with the radius equal to minimum radius of cam plus 1/2 the diameter of roller, and we have got this radius OA is equal to 35 mm. That circle is called as a prime circle. So here first step is to draw the base circle, second step is to draw the offset circle, third step is to draw that roller follower at point A, and then fourth step is to draw that prime circle, and in next step we will plot all the angles. So after that, same procedure, divide these angles during the outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts. But just take care of that whenever offset is there, don't join immediately whatever you have divided this 120 into 6 part with the line, and don't extend such lines from O point to these. Don't do this thing. So because in fifth step here, only we have to divide the angular displacement during outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts, and then in next step we have to draw from this 1 2 3 4, that is divided parts, we have to draw one tangent to the offset circle passing through these points. So in sixth step we have to draw one tangent to these offset circle passing through the equally divided 6 parts for outstroke as well as return stroke. We'll draw these tangents to the offset circle. This is our sixth step. In seventh step, now on these extended lines to these tangents, we will plot here or we will mark here the distances in the displacement diagram. So displacement diagram, we know this distance C to 2 is nothing but the distance or displacement of the follower during the rotation of the cam equal to 40 degree. So similarly here also in this in this cam profile diagram, B to 1 distance we have to mark here on this extended line, C to 2 distance here we have to mark, D to 3 distance here we have to mark, E to 4 distance. Similarly all distances from displacement diagram we will take in compass and we will mark on that extended lines or the tangent line to the offset circle from these points 1 2 3 4, and we will give the names to these points as a capital B C D E F G H J K L M N and P as the names given in the displacement diagram. And next step again is to draw the rollers at these points. Don't forget to draw the rollers at this point. So here rollers you can draw completely or half circles also you can draw, as exactly radius of the roller is 10 mm in this problem. So you can draw these rollers, and the line passing through, if you join all these center points of the roller, that will be called as a pitch curve. We will not draw here pitch curve to avoid the complications. We will just draw the half circles, and after drawing the half circles, join the bottoms of these circles with the smooth curve as shown on the figure, and this curve AGHPA, so A to G, G to H, H to P and P to A is our cam profile. This is our required answer if the follower is having offset of 15 mm. So understand the procedure how to draw the cam profile whenever there is a no offset and whenever there is offset in the roller follower. Just few differences in steps in the knife edge follower and roller follower. Just understand these steps so that you can draw the cam profile easily. These problems are very simple, and these problems you have to draw on the sheet. You need not to write these steps, whatever steps I have written here. Just you have to plot the velocity diagram and cam profile. One more thing asked in this problem is that the we have to plot the velocity, acceleration and displacement diagram also. So displacement diagram we have already plot, just remaining is a velocity diagram and acceleration diagram. For that purpose we have to find out first what is the maximum velocity of follower during the outstroke and return stroke. Similarly, what is the maximum acceleration of the follower during the outstroke and return stroke. For that purpose we are having the two formulas with us, that is during the outstroke maximum velocity is equal to pi omega s divided by 2 theta 0, and during the return stroke maximum velocity is equal to pi omega s divided by 2 theta r. So here omega is we can find easily 2 pi n by 60. N is given in the problem as 100 rpm. From that omega you will easily find, and In this formula, S is there, S is also given in the problem. Just convert it into meter. Again, theta O. This theta O is also given in the problem. It is equal to 120 degree. Just convert it into radian. This is important for using these formulas. You must convert into this theta into radian and S into, that is stroke, into meter. So put the values and you will get the maximum velocity during the outstroke and return stroke. Similarly, there are also two formulas for maximum value of acceleration during the outstroke and return stroke. That is pi square omega square s divided by 2 theta 0 square and pi square omega square s divided by 2 theta r square. Put the values, you will get the answer for maximum acceleration also. These formulas you must understand, read and mug up so that easily you can find the answers of maximum velocities and maximum acceleration during outstroke and return stroke. So after finding these, you have to plot these maximum acceleration and velocities in the velocity and acceleration diagram. So you know what is the nature of velocity and acceleration diagram for simple harmonic motion. If displacement is in simple harmonic motion, then you know that in velocity there will be a sine curve and in acceleration there will be a cosine curve. There will be the cosine curve as shown in this plot. This we have seen in the third lecture in this series, wherever we have seen different follower motions, and for these motions we have seen velocity acceleration diagrams. So this nature we have to got in that we need the maximum velocity v0, maximum velocity vr, that we have found already, a0 and ar, maximum acceleration during outstroke and return stroke, that also we have found already. Just we have to plot now. How to plot? Extend the lines of capital A, S, T, P, X in the velocity and acceleration diagram. In these extended lines, just plot a maximum velocity during outstroke and return stroke with the suitable scale. Similarly, maximum acceleration and maximum acceleration during outstroke and return stroke. Plot these 2 points also and represent the nature of the curve same as that in this standard diagram. Just you have to remember the standard nature and you have to draw this into the actual problem just by finding the velocities maximum and velocity acceleration maximum. This is the last step. So this is our complete problem in which you have drawn the you have drawn the displacement diagram first, then you have drawn the cam profiles, then you have drawn the velocity and acceleration diagrams for the follower. This is the problem. Now similar one kind of problem is there, which is for your homework. Do this problem and write the answer in the comment box. So the problem is the disc cam rotating in the clockwise direction, rotation of rotor is given in clockwise, is used to move a reciprocating roller with a simple harmonic motion. Motion is given simple harmonic in the radial path as given below. Outstroke with a maximum displacement 25 mm. This S is given as 25 mm during a 120 degree of cam rotation. That means theta O is given as 120. Dwell for 60 degree of cam rotation. That means first dwell is given as 60 degree. Return stroke with the maximum displacement 25 mm. Maximum displacement, that means stroke 25 mm, already is given in first point also. In third point also it is given 25 mm during 90 degree of cam rotation. That means theta r is given here 90 and last dwell is given as 90 degree again. The line of reciprocating of the follower passes through the camshaft axis. So here no offset, just you have to plot a diagram or cam profile with the axis of follower passing through the camshaft axis. The maximum radius of the cam is 20 mm. That means capital R base circle radius is given. If the cam rotates at the uniform speed of 300 rpm, speed of cam is given n. Find the maximum velocity and acceleration during outstroke and return stroke, and the roller diameter is given as 8 mm. Just you have to here find the maximum velocity during outstroke and return stroke. Similarly, maximum acceleration also You are not asked to draw here a velocity and acceleration diagram, just you have to ask to find these two values. So these two you can find out by using formulas whatever we have used in above problem. So this is the problem. Solve this problem and tell the answers of maximum velocity and acceleration in the comment box. So thanks for watching the video. If you're not seen the previous few problems on this cam, please watch these videos and give any suggestion if you are having. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you are new. Thank you.